Hey guys, I'm back with trivia winners. You guys know your stuff, congratulations. And now we have another group of people I'd like to mention. You guys are in the Hall of Shame, and I think Jerry has a message for you.
Glory to the Hall of Shamers. The Hall of Shamers are the good ones. Hall of Shame is the good place.
Jerry, you're not supposed to encourage Hall of Shame. So the trivia question was, who calls the pterodactyl Dragozord into battle? And the answer, of course, is Kimberly. Most of you got that, but we had some weird answers. One or two people said Jerry. Jerry does not call the pterodactyl Dragozord into battle, I assure you. So on my Facebook, I asked people if they had any questions for me, and I'd answer them on YouTube, so I'm going to respond to those now. First question is, when they adapt Go Busters, what are your predictions on what's going to happen on the show? Well, the thing about that is, that's probably 2016 or 17. That's kind of a long way off, so it'll probably be kind of like it is in Japan, or probably a little different. I hope it'll have some sort of a spy theme, or you know, something that's fun. Do the arms of the diecast 2013 Megazord have the same arms as 2010 Megazord? It's identical, so anything that 2010 has, 2013 will have as well. What do I think about the idea of Saban releasing collector edition Mighty Morphin weapons? So what I'm picturing is, have you guys seen the Men in Black replica weapons? Those are really cool. So you probably mean something like that, but for Power Rangers. That would be really cool. I don't think they'd do it, but I'd buy it if they did. Like a really nice collector edition Dragon Dagger or Power Sword that's, I guess, like life-size with all the nice detail. What do I think about the Goseiger and Gokaiger toy lines? I like them. Gokaiger, I think they could have done a little more to the Megazord. When you turn the dial on the back, the flaps don't always stay open in all the different compartments. You guys who've seen it know what I'm talking about. And that would have been a really easy fix. So I don't know why they didn't, you know, have like a little thingy that once the flap passes, it kind of locks it so it can't come back open. Are they putting the Power Ranger seasons on Blu-ray? Well, as I'm sure you're aware, they just started releasing them on DVD, so you probably would have heard about Blu-ray as well. The only time I heard about Blu-ray was in that initial release, but it didn't really specify, and pretty sure Power Rangers are just coming to DVD, because the way the episodes are, they don't really need to be on Blu-ray. Now, Samurai is shot in HD. I don't know why that's not on Blu-ray. That could be. Will Toei ever sub Super Sentai for English DVDs? Well, I have no way of knowing if they'll ever do it, but right now they have no plans to. Do I think Power Rangers will come to DVD in the UK? Unfortunately, I don't know. I think it's just America right now. If Tommy should appear in the Megaforce team-up battle, what Ranger should he be? Well, I think that we can cross off green and white, because unless they have some fancy explanation for that, he can't use those Rangers anymore. We never really saw the Zeo powers get destroyed. They just one day made some new turbo powers, so I think fans can accept that Zeo Ranger 5 still exists, and I don't remember Brachio being destroyed. If it was the Legend War, I would make him the Red Zeo Ranger, because you could have the whole Zeo team there, and you could make the new Turbo Rangers the Space Rangers, and you could use the Robot Rangers to be the Turbo Rangers, so you could almost recreate every team. There are a couple problems, but for the most part, every Ranger could reappear. How did I meet Mia? I guess the short and easy boring answer is we met in college. I think I'll leave it at that unless people actually want to hear the whole story, which probably needs to be, that's a tricky story to tell on YouTube. Yeah, if anybody cares, I'll post a longer video, and if you don't care, I'll leave it at that. JC wants to know where do babies come from. Well, sorry, I hope I didn't traumatize anyone and with all the visuals and everything, but hopefully now you all understand where babies come from. I think I'll leave all that stuff in there. How do I feel about 2 seasons per adapt? Oh, I kind of wish they would go back to the way it used to be. I think that's a Nickelodeon thing, not a Saban thing, that they require 20 episodes per year, so over the course of 2 years. My problem with that is that it kind of just takes too long to get through the whole season, so I'm like ready to see the conclusion of Samurai and move on to the next season. How do I know someone who sells Power Rangers Samurai 4-inch figures that allows shipping here in the Philippines? There's got to be some site that ships to the Philippines. You know, check eBay, Toys R Us, Amazon. What improvement would I make if they ever redo the Dragozord? I wish they could do something where the tail could kind of be like that, and then, okay, you know those straws that you can kind of go and then bend and then like kind of collapse? You know what I mean? I wish they could take that idea and do that with the Dragozord tail, so it could be like a lot longer, but then still kind of fit together, if possible. If you know what I mean. And of course, show accurate stickers. Sometimes I don't think Bandai realizes just how much it bothers fans to not have show accurate stuff. Especially what they used to do with the Power Bolt. That drove me crazy. What is my secret project? I will tell you, probably in August. But some of you probably could figure it out if you know where to look. And while I'm here, I wasn't going to bring this up again. I thought I really exhausted it the last time, but it's fine. It's fine the way they have this. I have heard like every argument anybody could possibly have now. But every time I respond, my answer always ends in, and then we're back to the problem of not representing Season 2. So whatever the argument is, just plug that answer into the end of your question. And there it is. That's why it doesn't work. If you put the spoiler on here, it would be a spoiler. Red Psycho Ranger is a bad guy and was only in a couple episodes. That doesn't work. Ninjetti, that would be kind of weird, and we already have someone for Season 3, the Red Alien Ranger. Crimson Thunder, Crimson is crimson, not red. Pink is close to red as well, but we're not putting the Pink Rangers there. We want Red Rangers, and I don't think we ever considered Crimson to be a Red Ranger. Power-up modes of different Rangers. How do you choose just one? Korag is the Red Wolf Warrior. Well, he's more of a knight, not really a Power Ranger. A-Squad Red Ranger, who kind of turned out to be a villain and was only in a handful of episodes. They want 20 to represent 20 years, so, you know, you have to kick somebody else out. I mean, I guess you could get rid of Quantum Ranger, because we have Red Time Force Ranger, but I count Quantum Ranger as a Red Ranger, and I think everybody else kind of accepts him as well. So it's just a matter of, do you want to swap him out for someone else? Otherwise, you have 21 to represent 20, and if you want to get rid of Tommy as the White Ranger, then we're back to the problem of not representing Season 2. Hopefully I've exhausted it now. Alright, it's late now, and I actually do have other work I have to get back to, so if you guys have more questions, you can put them in the comments, or you can go on Facebook, MMPRtoys. You can ask me whatever your questions are, and I'll either respond to them through text, or I'll put them here. I think that's all I wanted to say for now, so thank you guys for watching, congratulations to our winners, and shame on the Hall of Shamers.
Good job!
Thank you for watching, and good night.